Damn it.
Needs to be one shade darker. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's make sure the layer is locked before just, committing to scribbling with everything. Or should she be that color? No. I like her that color.
Oh man, almost time for an ad break again.
An ad break already?
Mm-hmm. Crazy how fast time flies.
That's true.
Go and grab Polly.
Is that one of your cats?
No.
Oh.
Polly is a system library that works out pretty well. Cannot find
I don't think
Screwtor.
I don't think I actually know your cat's names.
Layfon and Sobolus.
Like
Layfon and Sobolus.
Oh, I think you said socks. I was like, oh, one of them has like a really, typical cat name, and I'm like, oh, never mind, they don't.
Yep. All right, chat. We're gonna take an ad break. I'll see you in just a moment. All right, chat, we are back. And the interesting thing is that we have now eclipsed a 12-hour mark on the stream.
Nice.
We don't have that much longer to go, chat, you and I. It's fascinating.
What'd you get?
I got myself just some sparkling water.
Nice.
Because I am craving the carbonation.
Fair enough.
So we gotta dry out my teeth somehow, right?
Right. And why the heck is this?
Body was inferred, but the method does not allow for inferred body parameters. Okay.
Say that means it doesn't want to be bodied, right?
I guess so.
Did it crackle go on my knuckles, I guess. Okay, let's get a different color. Sure. Oh, wait a minute. Was I gonna give him? No, I gave her that nose.
Oh, I know what the issue was. Dang it.
What happened?
Whoa.
What happened? We almost need Gar in here.
Right.
I honestly don't think he's doing anything.
Oh, I don't know. He's probably cleaning, prepping for Ellie, which is really
True.
awesome. Yeah.
Very true.
Good on him. He's a good guy.
Well, yes. Oh, what just happened here? What did I do? Okay. I'm struggling to draw this nose. Or redraw this nose, I should say.
All right, let's go and see what this actually does. Maybe we get lucky.
There we go. Oops.
What does this mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean? Oops. Me try and make a funny bit, and instead I just accidentally color in a spot that I don't want to be colored.
Oh.
Maybe. I want him to have these eyes. Except slightly more saturated.
God damn it. Oh, is that how that works? Okay, that's cool.
Wait, what color did I put there?
Var
that color.
jokes equals.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Jokes dot. Okay. That's welcome.
Mm,
Turn jokes dot data. Results dot. Okay. Turn results dot bad request. Jokes dot. What? What does this mean?
what does anything mean? Nope. Oh no.
Oh.
Really?
Oh. Did I forget to do that? I did indeed. Okay. So maybe we need to do builder.services.add type of add joke API service. Add scoped. A. And what is the endpoint? Dad joke. Okay. Got that. Ooh. I could not find assembly. Recyclable stream. Right.
Now,
Okay.
I really need to think things through a little bit more.
What do you need to
Instead
think
of
through?
just,
What's going on?
wow, I moved on to coloring the line art for this. And I was like, yeah, I have all the line art on the same thing. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wait, I should probably be coloring the line art for the main bodies before everything else,
Mm-hmm.
before the line art for the markings. Because that way, if I mess up the line art for the markings, I can just go back and fix it. But, you know, I don't think things through.
An API service space. What? Isn't
Yeah,
that where
that's
I define
exactly.
this?
I need to color that first.
Huh? Huh?
What?
What in the hell?
Oops, let's not sit on my phone.
Dad joke. Come down here. Okay. JSON reader exception. The input does not contain any JSON tokens. Expected the input to start with a valid JSON token when is final block is true. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. No need to panic. Because maybe the key is we just copy this down, right? And so we go and we take this. We do this. Override async. Task. API response of I enumerable of dad joke. There's that. There's that. There's that. That's fine. Deserialize from stream. So this would be a okay. Let's go and take this. Take this into a dad joke collection. Close jokes. Select. Yeah. J dot jokes.
Yes.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. Type IEnumerable dad joke doesn't match expected type dad joke. Oh. Or we could just change it so that way it does match. Oh. All right. Now let's run it.
I kind of made 2 Emperor's New Career jokes in one night.
You have?
Yeah, I tried to do my best Patrick Warburton impression earlier when you were like, right. And so I went, right.
Oh, I didn't
Like,
even
prompt.
hear it. My apologies.
It's all good.
Okay, let's run through here. We're fine. We're fine. We're good. Yep. Okay. Shit.
Shit is never a good thing.
Serialize the HTTP content into a stream of bytes and copies it to the stream object provided as a stream parameter. Okay, we'll come back one more time. This time I'm going to put the breakpoint down there because I want to see what this actually is. Okay, so we do that.
Seriously, I did freaking forget to color that in, damn.
Can read is true.
Nope, that's not. Not a bit that I want to color.
The input does not contain any JSON tokens. Expect the input to start with a valid JSON token. What is...
That was a sound monkey. Oops.
No, I want to see the API.
It's like, no.
Okay, so if this is what it returns,
Seriously, I forgot to type. Oops. You know, it would greatly benefit me if I stopped forgetting to color stuff in.
You wonder what the URL is that's being generated here. Okay, we're good there. URI base address / Okay. Never mind. Well, I know I said it could be used like an API, but okay, I can ask dad joke, sure. 200, okay. All right, we'll go and try this and see what this comes out as. So who knows, maybe we get lucky.
What fun like to get lucky.
All right. Huh?
Oops.
can read is false. What? Why would can read be false? Okay. Okay. So now we get to go and see what's in here. Why is it empty? Isn't it copied? What? What?
He's saying a big fat nope.
I'm so confused. Unless this method does jack shit, which is also a possibility.
Well,
But I thought deserialized stream to string, right? So content using var new stream reader, content equals await. What?
part needs to be black.
What? I'm so confused, right? So maybe what we want to do is instead of that, we would do JSON serializer. Add serialize. Pulled stream.
Oops. Oh, it's almost midnight over here. Good
Oh,
thing I'm not
snap.
doing anything tomorrow.
That is a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Timeouts are not supported on this stream. Get stream. Tag. Yeah. Okay. Uh, var sr equals new stream reader pooled stream. Okay.
I almost made a really bad pun with the dream reader thing.
Puns are good.
Oh, dream reader. It's so bad. I still don't know why I actually just said that.
Yeah.
Or saying it, I should say.
Hmm.
Mm.
How do we... What?
Oh, jeez.
How does this...
I think my mic did catch that hiccup.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Sorry. Semantics
I
are
heard it on the stream.
close. Dispose, build, blah, 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 blah. Usage. Manager.getStream. Sure. Manager.generate call stacks. Aggressive buffer return. Always dispose of each stream exactly once. Instead, use get read only sequence. Nut.
Need to get rid of these channel points somehow. Instead of wasting them on scares.
Instead, use get read only sequence. Hmm? So why doesn't this work? Okay, so manager.getStream.
Ah.
As recyclable memory stream. Do I have to do the as? No. So what in the hell? concurrency. I'm confused as to why I can't. I see that this actually works, right? I see this particular reader working, but I don't understand why this won't work. Maybe that's part of the issue. Converts content into a stream of bytes. Maybe that's part of the issue, right? And maybe we want to do await using var content stream equals response.content.readAStream async. Then that, because now you're actually getting the stream. You're copying it over. Why is test joke still null? Hmm? I guess I'm a little confused here. Right? Because we have... Oh. Get stream. And a default initial capacity. What if... Dot... What am I running into here? What is the issue? Choose a new memory stream object with no tag, right? We come over here, return. The new stream's position is set to the beginning of the stream when returned, but why is it returning nothing? Because if we go back to the original, right, which is just using the content stream, right? Is this Twitch related or slob related? Neither. This is a separate content. Okay, that's getting somewhere, though. That's the odd thing. That's what I don't get. Is, okay. So... No. When we're referring to streams, we're referring to a programming concept. A stream is essentially just a series of it's a set of binary data that we return, right? Or just a set of continuous data that we're trying to pull out and manipulate into a particular shape, right? Streaming as a service, like what Twitch provides, while it does have a very similar concept under the hood in the fact that it manipulates data into audio and video that you would see here, we also get to see a little bit more of the internal workings when we work with it this way, right? So this is not creating a new streaming program for Twitch. Rather, this is a test program that I'm creating to test some of my shared libraries. So it's a relatively new idea that I'm working with. I'm just trying to see if maybe what I can do here is make it a little bit more production ready. So maybe that's the idea. And maybe this is it, chat. Maybe I need to treat... No. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Because it's not like I can just come through here, right? Using get stream. The Lone Ranger, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Right on. Hey, Caden, you want to watch this for a minute? The Lone Ranger, welcome on into the Omen. Hope you enjoy your follower emotes, and I hope you don't mind me trying to code my way out of streams like an absolute potato. And Outcore, welcome on in. Welcome to the Omen. Hope you enjoy your follower emotes as well, and I hope you really don't mind me getting lost in the thick of it with streams. How are we doing tonight? And of course, chat, if you're lurking, I want you to know that I appreciate you. Lurkers are the backbone of pretty much every stream out here on Twitch, and anybody who tells you otherwise is wrong. Please don't ever feel forced to respond. So, man. Why can't I get this to manipulate into the shape that I want it to be, right? That's the problem we're facing here. Is that we want this recyclable stream. We want this to come out on top when it comes to doing this. What am I writing code for? So right now, I'm currently writing code for some shared libraries that I've deployed to NuGet. I've deployed these to NuGet, and they have over 1,000 downloads. So I feel like at this point in time, it's probably best that we, improve them as we go along. So that's kind of the idea, Outcore. So now that we have that, oh yeah, and that's the idea, is that hopefully it is nice. Okay, so I don't care that it's failing there. That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is... One is the API lying to me about what it is. And B through Z... Why don't I just do the right thing? And go to network. Okay. One of these is bound to have it. Right? ASP.NET Core browser. Browser link. Dad joke. Get. An internal server error, yes. That's minimal APIs, WebSocket protocols. God damn it. Man, this makes me regret not getting more familiar with Postman when I had the chance.
Oh no.
Shoot. Oh well. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Get content stream async. Maybe that's the actual problem. Task API response IEnumerable T response. Task API response IEnumerable. Okay, so we do it like that. And okay, so that's because we called the wrong one over here. So this get content stream async. Okay, that's fine. That's expected. So at the very least, by swapping these out, we don't change the affected response. That's fine. So we do that. And this should have nothing in it. So this should return an error as well. Because that's what we want to test. Okay. Does not contain any JSON tokens. Yep, that's what we want to see. So now what we should do, content stream dot copy to pooled stream. So we'll try the synchronous method first, and we'll see if this works. I mean, it should, right? So pooled stream has a length. Nice. And the input does not contain any JSON tokens. What does this actually mean? HTML is JSON. Ah. I thought it could be used as an API, schmucks. God damn it.
Evidently not. I'm just pulling movie references tonight. I don't know why.
You know, maybe it would actually help if I specified the type that it should be working with. That could help a little bit.
Really?
Except system.net.http media type names. Or is it system.net.mime? Yeah. Application
Oops.
JSON. Does that work? I don't actually know how that works. Minimal APIs are confusing to me.
Right, I have everything colored that I need to.
Shit.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it. Okay, so if that's not the case. Woman like me. You need to use HTTP response message and check the content before deserialize. So how the hell do you do accept? God damn it. C# accepts. God damn it. Accept application, not JSON. Right. How is there not a valid token? I don't understand. Chad, I need you to make it make sense.
It doesn't like you?
Uh-huh.
That's all I got.
I just... Let's go and check this out on VS Code. See what we can do here. God damn it. Nope. Let's see. Test API. It just returns the whole HTML page. God damn it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me you can accept an application.json and get me so excited only for it to not be that case.
Only for it to say, never mind. Just kidding.
Because this is annoying as shit. Okay, if you don't have an easy to work with API like this, all right, then that's incredibly frustrating. Because, again, this returns HTML, but it doesn't return what we actually want to go and test. God damn. So, I mean, that still doesn't change some of the other issues, right? But at the very least, what we're seeing here is we are seeing consistent behavior. And that consistent behavior is, of course, coming from just the way we have the streams configured. All right. So we're getting to the stream itself. And we're seeing that we get here with no head, with none of the appreciated headers, so that's fine. Should I try the Scryfall API instead? Let's see here. We'll just do the card symbols because we know this one works. And we've done this service 1,000 times. So we can actually get rid of these. We can get rid of this. We can come back in here. Symbols. Rep CIA, welcome on into the Omen Den. Hope you enjoy your follower emotes, and I hope you don't mind me dicking around with these APIs like an absolute potato. And chat, we are going to be taking an ad break, but before we go on that ad break, I want to throw it out there that we are supporting 2 charities, of course. Number 1 is going to be Mermaids. Mermaids is a charity in the United Kingdom dedicated to trans, non-binary, and gender-questioning youth. And the other one is Girls Who Code, and I highly recommend you go and check them out because they're all about more software accessibility across gender lines. All right, chat, we are back. Also, what is going on, Caden?
Well, I'm actually just finishing up this drawing.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
What you drawing?
I'm in a Lion King phase as of late, so I'm drawing a bit of Lion King fan art.
Okay.
First time drawing Kiara and then Kovu and then my version of their kids. If they were ever to have kids.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, though.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to do...
See?
We're going to do this.
And you really hate having to put a watermark over something you've drawn, but at the same time, you don't want anyone stealing it.
No, no, you do not. Okay. So now we don't have that. We have our false symbology service. We have that. We grab this. Clients. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to call this. And we'll do this. This won't take anything. Okay. And if we do this, then this should just work.
Wait a minute. I forgot something important.
Uh-oh.
Oh, whiskers might be important.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, especially on COVID.
Ah! What up, Shady? And a hydrate. Thank you.
Oh.
Is this the coveted Shady care package? It is. What up, Shady? Thank you for the hydrate and all that. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go and see what else we got going on here, right? So we have results.okay, symbols.data, symbols.outcome. So now that we have that, we do this. Gotta drop the care package, you know? Yup.
Yep. Gotta love that care package.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go and see what this does. Because we know this actually works. Mm-hmm.
This needs to be darker because you can't see it.
Okay, so it failed. JSO and I are just fucking about on a private V-Rising world to test our rates and see how things feel. Nice.
I was gonna say, how long has it been since you've played V-Rising?
A very long time. Again, losing passion in games sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't contain valid JSON. Then where are we running into that issue? Right? Because we know that this API actually returns API results as we would expect. It'd be like that. We still appreciate the fuck out of you for hosting. Yeah, of course. I'm always happy to host. Right? We know this contains JSON. We have it right here. The problem is getting it to the point where we can actually manipulate the JSON into the results that we want to see. Right? So, for example, we have symbology and we have symbology datum, right? And so what we're going to see here is this returns an API symbology outcome data dot data dot data, yeah. But it's returning this inability to go and grab JSON symbols. And I'm wondering what the issue is. Right? Because what we should be seeing here isn't this. I thought what we could be seeing is just something as simple as this. You know, where we just go and do this. I thought that's all there was to it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was wrong indeed. But that's ideally what we should be seeing. No. Instead, we're getting this. And it's like, but why? Why are we getting that, you know?
Okay, for some reason, Discord's bots really do not like Lion King fan art, apparently, because it thinks that's all explicit.
Oh.
I don't understand.
That's awkward.
I'm like, there's nothing explicit going on.
Okay. Instead of doing it this way, we're going to do deserialize from stream async. Oh, no, just kidding. We can't do that. So... if I... Can I do this? Does this actually work? Okay. Wait, I want to hit the endpoint. Oh, because there are no symbols. So, oh, God damn it. Oh, you want to talk about a disadvantage, chat? I can't hit the endpoints in this with the way that it's currently set up because there are no symbols here. So I can't actually see where this is actually going wrong and correct it in its current implementation. And I ain't gonna hold you, chat. I am a little too tired to actually try and dig a bit deeper into this issue. But I know it is an issue because it's a goddamn pain, but also because we keep seeing the errors coming back. One of the big things here, though, to take away is that this is something that we're going to have to work on if we want to use this pooled memory stream. Right? That is something that we're going to have to do. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to undo the changes here.
It won't even let me post it in your server.
Really?
Yup.
Huh. That's
Omaden has
interesting.
requested that Discord block any messages that are mostly accurate robots deemed to be explicit. It's not explicit. It's literally just lions laying in the grass.
Maybe there's just some sort. I wonder.
I don't understand why it thinks it's explicit. It literally thinks any Lion King fan art that I draw is explicit.
It's really strange.
I don't understand.
Have
it's
you
like, oh, lions must be totally like not safe for work.
Have you tried putting on the explicit tags?
What do you mean?
Hold on. Have you tried flagging it as a spoiler?
No.
Okay.
But I don't think that would do anything.
It's strange. So I wonder how Claire does it. Weird. She runs a family-friendly server, but I've seen some questionable shit on there.
Yeah, it still doesn't.
Update the package references for the shared and
far from accurate.
And recyclable memory stream for further research and implementation. Oh my god. Fix conflicts. Some shit's never changed. Okay. All right, chat. Let's go out to GitHub. Okay, so that's been closed. That's good news. That was just updating. Hey, did these go through automatically? Oh, that might be it. That's cool, though. All right, let's go and see. Did we break shit on NuGet already? Current version, 1 download. Hog. Kathy, what's going on? How are we doing, Kathy? All right, I will have to go and get these up there at some point. But really, chat, what we've come down to see and some of the things that we've come down to explore. Just played some Phasmo with AG. Oh, nice. I hope you had a blast. One of the things that we've noticed here, one of the things... Now Fire Hydrant makes you laugh. Oh, doesn't? But this is one of the more exciting things that we can actually see when it comes to developing these packages is going to be the continued maintenance of them. And that was kind of the point of today so far, is to provide some of the lower level maintenance and apply some of the new things that we've learned over time, especially when it comes to things like memory management, or when it comes to things like maybe there's a new and better way to go about learning how to go and pull things. You call the mop bucket thing a fire hydrant because it was red. Kathy. All right.
Happy why? Okay, somehow flipping the image upside down deems it not explicit. I don't understand.
Among Us, I don't get it. But
yeah, so I guess you get to see it upside down.
Hooray, I'll go and flip it myself.
Right.
But chat, one of the big things that we're looking at here, and this is actually a pretty cool idea, is that we can actually go and see some real life implications of using the things that we've learned over time in our code, and we can actually go and see it just get actively applied and used in other areas. I mean, I haven't done 1,000 downloads myself. I would have loved to boost my own numbers, but seeing other people being able to go out and use the library, or at the very least, just, you know, go out there and probably shit on it. Honestly, if we're being honest about what they're doing, they're probably shitting on my code, but that's not the point. The point is that we have been able maybe to help somebody work with code that they didn't understand and turn it into something that's a little bit easier for them to work with. And that's been the whole goal of this shared library concept, and just kind of having things be a little bit more open-ended and out there. Now, I did tease one of the things that I wanted to work on tonight a little earlier, and that was incorporating something called a Howler.js, right? And so what is Howler.js? Howler.js is a JavaScript library that allows you to go and essentially manipulate the HTML5 API for the audio component, right? And one of the things that I want to do is I want to provide some sort of interop, some sort of way to go and grab this back in Blazor, right? And create some sort of component library to work with this in Blazor. And one of the reasons why I want to do it is just because it is relatively... not even relatively, it's just a good exercise to get into the habit of, I think, is just taking something in a completely different area, or something that I'm not really particularly strong in, and turning it into potentially a strength. But honestly, really, again, just a fun exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and create a new project, right? And this project, and this will probably be how we close out the night as well, we're just going to make a Razor class library. It's as simple as that. VSIX, C# project template, C# item template. Isn't that cool? Look at all these new projects that we have here. And this is all part of the new Visual Studio update. You see how we have the .NET MAUI app and the .NET MAUI Blazor app? Isn't that
nice.
cool? So now, instead of developing our apps the way we've been doing it, we can actually go and develop it in such a way that it can target Android, Blazor, iOS, Mac, macOS, MAUI, Tizen, Windows, etc. Right? There are so many platforms for us to get out there and to get our applications out there. And it's just astounding to see what else we can do. I mean, it's just far beyond our regular Blazor server app. So we're going to go and see if we can create a Razor class library, and we're going to go and see if we can surround our particular audio component just in such a fashion that it can actually render properly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to call this Blazor. Or actually, in the omendan.call. We'll just name it something stupid. Okay, I don't really expect a whole lot from it. Nor do I really
call
want
it Loki's throne.
Uh-huh. So what we're going to do, and this will prove to be particularly interesting to us, is one, we're going to come through here and we're going to rename this instead of component 1. We'll just call this audio.razor. We'll grab this, and here we'll do audio, controls, and then autoplay, and then we'll just leave it like that. Okay. And so all this will do, oh yeah, it's a class library, I forgot. So we'd have to go and create an app around to go and grab it, but that's fine. What we're going to do here is we should, how did we do this before? Was it adding a client-side library or something like that? I thought it was. So we'll just do this. We'll go and give this a solid update. Oh, I didn't want pre-releases. Yeah, because I don't have .NET 7. Well, so let's go and look up Howler. A Blazor JS interop. Hog.
Nice.
All right,
I think I am gonna head to bed though.
All right, Caden. Hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out as long as you did. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your presence.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out.
Yeah, it's been a great time.
Yeah, I'll chat with you later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. So what we're going to do now, chat, is we're going to go and use howler.blazor at using howler.blazor.components. Wait, what? Can somebody already do this? All right, let's go and check this out then. Source Howler components. Oh, they did do it. Nice. Howl. Or maybe not. Example. Audio player. Shared. Main layout. Wasm. Or maybe they didn't do it. Example. iHowl global. I guess they didn't do it. Nice. Yeah, because this is all cool. Maybe we can actually go and take this and manipulate it for our purposes too, and then just give them credit. That'd be cool. Let's go and see the live demo. Okay. Yeah. So this just has the functionality, but it doesn't have the singular component. So maybe one of the things that we can do is we can go and grab this and we can remove that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So that might be something that we actually look into. What am I being tagged in? Fascinating. Okay, so anyway, we have this, right? And we want to inject the services. So this would be what we want. A Blazor JS interop wrapper for howler.js. Right. So if we wanted to create an audio component, right? We would do something like that. But instead, because Howler creates it itself, maybe let's think about this for a moment there, chat. So what are two things that we need here? We need some CSS to make it look nice. And then we need some ways to style our controls to make them feel a little better, right? So one of the things that we could do is we could go and grab, say, Blazorize's providers and use them for our purposes, right? And then this would be a more internal facing app, or we could actually go and develop something on our own and then submit another pull request to Blazorize, which I think isn't a bad idea. So let's go and check out Git Bootstrap. Razor class library with JS. Mm-hmm. There we go. In the www root folder. So how do we do that? Blazor. Okay, that's fine. Patent the head markup, not recommended. Sure. But how do I add you? Docs. Contents, browser devices, JavaScript, download. Okay. I might have already messed this up. Add new from template, new item. Okay, let's go and check something out real fast. Laser eyes. Hey guys, what's going on? We're partners, right? And since we're partnered, that means I can do something dumb. Like... Oh, I don't know. You know what? I am just gonna do something dumb. Let's go and see what happens here. Bootstrap 5. Module styles, ww root. Laser eyes at bootstrap5.css. Okay. That's not what I wanted anyway. Extension. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Bootstrap 5. Wait, I was just here. I was just here. God damn it. How the hell? Bootstrap 5 style provider. Okay. So, man, done this 1,000 times. How in the hell am I forgetting how to do this? Is it simply because I'm just so tired? Insert a script after Blazor starts. Blazor enables isolation and modules. Cache JavaScript files. Build reusable UI components. Yep. So we do that. Components. Blah, 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 blah. Razor class library Blazor. Is this it? Create a new project at using... Oh, okay. The RCLs is imported at the top of the app style sheet automatically at build time. Oh. Generally, library components use CSS. Component styles that rely on CSS are automatically made available. There's no need to manually link or import the library's individual component style sheets or its bundled CSS file in the app that consumes the library. Okay, interesting. A page, consume, and the app's head, right. With static assets in a ww root folder. That's me. So how do we actually apply this, though, chat? That's where I'm drawing a little bit of confusion here. Because I thought all I had to do was essentially just go, okay, this is fine. You just go add a new item, come down into here, right? And then we would just add a style sheet or something along those lines. Maybe we do it in the NuGet packages, right? Or maybe we do something like Bootstrap. And 5.1.3. Oh god, that's old. Right? Well, could do this, hypothetically. And then we would just make the component take in... Yeah, but then we're tied to Blazor eyes, right? And we don't want that. How the hell? I mean, I guess I could always just do import. Right? And then we would just do this. You know? And that could be an interesting... God damn it. That could be an interesting way around it, you know? What's the issue here? There we go. Okay, so now we have that. And then what we would do is we would probably want to create a div class equals. We'll give it a margin of 2. Start. And then we would want to do button, audio, controls equals, autoplay, force. There we go. Not compatible with your browser. Okay. So then we would want to do something like a new class, audio.razor.cs. And then here, we would do something like public partial class, implements component base. And we would inject public I or just howler.blazor.components.ihowl. Get init howler. All right. So that's what that would look like. And then we'll just do this. And we'll do that. Obviously, we're going to want to do something like this. We just go and do that. And then we'll do override. on initialized async. Kidding. Because we have to do this on after render, I bet. So let's see here. Howler dot. Okay. Nifty. So we have all the controls there, right? Let's go and check out the live demo one more time. Play, pause, stop, speed up, speed down. Let's go and check out the icons here. Play. Okay, they do have the play button, so they probably have pause and all that. Nifty. Let's go and check out the examples here. So it needs the howl global, right? Then what is this, and where is this used? Await get codecs. Ah. And notice again, it is on after render. So what we would have to do is we would have to define this in such a way that it would be reusable with the particular formats that we want to use. But since this is a wraparound Howler.js, we're not limited to our implementations. Rather, what we're limited to is only our imagination for what we can do. And I'm thinking that what we can do here is we can actually provide some pretty decent stylistic changes. So that was what? Uninitialized, right? And uninitialized did all the callbacks that we wanted, which is pretty neat. We'll probably go through and define some of these in a bit. But this is pretty nice, actually. So, with this in mind, right, you'll see how we have the play local, play audio, all these things, right? We have stop, etc., etc. This is pretty nice. And I think one of the big things that we'll be able to do, thankfully with Howl Global, get init. We'll do var codecs just like they did. Howl global dot get codecs. And we'll await that. Okay. And so now that we have the codecs, there are a few things that we might be able to do. Right? And so you'll see, again, let's go and see supported codes. Where is this used? How is this used? Okay, cool. So that's how that's used. Nice. Love that for us. So now that we're here with this, what we can do is we can do something along the lines of parameter. No. Before we do that, private read only list string supported codecs was new numerable.empty string to list. We won't make this read only. Instead, we'll do that. And we'll do supported codes, button set of codes. We'll label this codecs because that's what it is. And we'll do this. Do list. And we'll do that. So that's fine. And then we'll come up here. And actually, we'll just make it responsive. Container fluent. Right? And since we're building it from scratch, we don't need this. So then what we're going to do is we'll use another div. And we'll make this deflex row. Or is it just going to be flex row? How does this actually want to work out for us? Let's see here. Layout. Where did you go? Position? I think it's under position, chat. No, it's under flex. Let's be real. Deflex. Maybe we want to do D inline flex actually. Direction. Right, so that's going to be row, so that'll be horizontal. So D inline flex row. Okay. So now what we have is we just have a very basic container that's responsive. And actually what we could do is we could then go and move this up, right? And save this for something else, right? Because now this could be our column, right? And then this could also be a... Yo, Mr. 90, what's going on? Thank you for using the pronouns extension. Chat, you can always go and check out the pronouns extension that's there. And then I think in this one, we'll probably do either justify content between or justify content around. Yeah, justify content between seems fine. Yep, we are working on a set of shared libraries. So we got that. right, now let's go to the button group. Oops. And thing. You know what? We'll take the button toolbar here. And we will go and grab this. And we'll go and see what happens here. Man, strange time to get notifications, isn't it? Type is button, btn outline secondary. Yeah, it's fine. But instead, we will do... Go and actually check out some of these icons here, shall we? There we go. Go and grab this. Play. Pause. Rewind. I'm going to use the full versions here. And then this will be fast forward, of course. Now, I unfortunately have zero idea of how this will actually look. So what we're doing here is we're just trying to kind of guesstimate. I mean, we could probably do... Not that. Oh? Dang, that wouldn't work there. Could we? Huh. Could I do this? Oh. Maybe? Okay, so we got that, right? That's pretty nifty. Okay, so we come back here. We have all of these. These look good. So we have that. That's pretty nifty. Like that. Like that a lot. And we come back into the buttons. Now, we could use some CSS manipulation, right? So that way when you press the play button, it does like a little animation and then it does pause, right? So as you can see, we have some of these here, right? You know, it's just that simple, right? There's a lot of stuff that we can actually go and get away with. But I think one of the things that, of course, we're going to want to do is we're probably going to want to just go and find out where exactly we can get these. One of the main things that we need to figure out here, of course, is, okay, it is literally just howl.play, and then we have the formats that we can specify. as an array of strings. That's pretty nice. So that'll work out quite well for us, actually, because not only can we go and define it as an array of strings, but that also means that we can pass in one of our static enumerations and actually work out with that. So we'll go and see how that works when we come back from the ad break in our last hour here. But yeah, it'll be quite the fun time, I think. So, for those of you who are just joining and before we hit an ad break, of course, we are going to be supporting Girls Who Code and Mermaids as our charities. We are also just trying to make a simple audio component in Blazor to, just have something fun to do. So, that's kind of what we're working on. And yeah, that's kind of the whole idea. So, I will see you in about 90 seconds. Get some water, stretch. Hey, chat, we are back, and we are still working on the Howler component here. Or, well, really our implementation of it, using this Howler library that we found. So we're going to go and see how this actually works. And see what we can actually do about it. Because maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that we can actually do something along the lines of, private string error message. So maybe this is part of the idea, right? There we go. It is only updated but never used. So we'll do that. We'll do that, right? And so now we have this play file from source method, right? But what we should be doing, and one of the big things that I think we want to end up doing, is we want to essentially make this a little bit more dynamic, right? So maybe one of the things that we could do here is we could do something as simple as saying parameter string audio source get that make this public parameter public I enumerable audio codecs. We'll make this a string for now. Audio codecs get set. Right? And then instead we'll do audio source audio codecs. Sources is a string array. So I enumerable enumerable dot empty string enumerable dot empty string. That's fine. We'll go and adjust these as time goes on. Audio sources. I'll change this to array down here, so that's fine. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, chat. This is good news. This is good news. So now we have audio sources to array, sources, formats, etc. Now here's the other thing though, chat. What if we actually wrote our own wrapper? But we'll get to that in a little bit. Play file from source. Yep, that's fine. So we do that, grabs that. The main thing is, of course, that this is where we want to go and we want to actually go and figure things out. So now that we have this, right, we actually need to go and set up some of our events too. So protected override uninitialized. And here, I think what we want to do is we want to do howl, or what is it? Howler dot on play. Nani? I am Michael Bai. Welcome on into the Omen. Hope you enjoy your emotes, and I hope you don't mind me trying to figure out how to make audio files play in Blazor like an absolute potato. What's going on? How do you... Oh, yeah, it's plus equals, you silly goose. On play, that's... Oh, crap. How'd they do it over here? I know these are tasks. On stop, on play, plus equals E. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a ton of sense, but we can actually go and customize how we want to do this, so... Let's see here. We do this. We'll go and grab these at some other point. But this is fine either way. Because now this will register the actual event that we have. And so our onClicked event should call onPlay. Because basically all we're doing, right, is we're just packaging this up in a nice little bow. You know, we're just making it look and feel smooth, like the regular HTML5 audio component. You know, we're not doing anything way out there or way complex. We're just making something look nice and smooth at the end of the day. Because that's the whole point too. You know, we want things to operate in a respectable manner when it comes to other items here. But we also want to make sure that when we actually... God damn it, Lucy. Lucy, what's going on? How are we doing? How is the best seal friend doing? Howler.onStop. You're okay? I'm doing all right. Actually, we don't want to do that. State has changed. Yes. State was stopped. Total time equals E dot total time. Oh, does that not exist? Okay, interesting. State that. And then this one would be howler dot on play error. We would then do this. And this would be E dot. Okay. E dot error. Error during attempt to play. Okay. State here is going to be stop. Oh, no, state here is going to be error Agatha. All right, what else do we have? E dot sound ID error. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Nice. So we'll do this. That's fine. Howler dot. You guys need to go to bed soon? Yes, yes, I do. And don't worry, I will indeed. On pause, on load. What is this event? Interesting. Okay, so uninitialized, get codex, if first render. Okay. That makes sense, because you would only want that to occur once, right? If first render. That makes a whole ton of sense. But why would you call state has changed here, right? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You don't want to call state has changed in one of these methods, but whatever. We'll roll with it. You know, it's 4:28 in the morning for me. So that's fine. Supported codex is equal to list. But maybe we don't want to do that, right? And instead, hear me out. String.empty, rather than constructing a for each loop on the actual page, maybe what we can do is do this. So let's see here. String dot join. And then we would do await how global dot get codex. Okay. So then we can do that. That's fine. Do that. So all we're doing here is we're just registering stuff. That's it. On play, on stop, on pause, on rate. So that would just actually adjust the rate. On error, on play error, e dot error. Sure, that makes sense. On load error. Error message is unload error, e dot error. And so we would do something like error message equals error occurred during loading of audio. And here we would do e dot error. Kind of like that. Obviously, they'd probably want to log this out at some point, but you know, whatever. You don't really need to pay much attention to that desire just yet. And we'll do state here is equal to error. So that's all fine and dandy. So now we're good there. We got all this stuff down here. So let's go and check some other things here, right? So this is stuff that we also should pay attention to, right? Is that since this Howler can support multiple files, what we're going to do is we're going to create a base component and then we'll go and create a multi-file component, right? And so part of this idea here and part of what we want to do is we want to keep the formatting consistent across the components, but we also want to have a separate component to just try and keep the aesthetic classic. Because again, another big part to what we're working with here with Howler is we're working with multiple codecs, right? And so the HTML5 audio codec has a couple of modes. One of the modes is where you just specify one source in the audio component. The other one is where you have the audio component controls, autoplay, muted, whatever. And then within that, you, much like a figure, have a source, etc. until you run out of the formatting. So Howler takes full advantage of that, it seems. Hence the supported codec service here, right? So that's kind of the idea. We bring in the audio codecs that we want here in the parameters. I don't think we can set it here non-initialized, so we might have to set it up a little later, but, you know, whatever. In any case, our philosophy, or at least our idea here, is to make this as extensible as possible, right? We want to support as much as we can, but we also want to respect the fact that, you know, there really aren't that many codecs that people actually use here are outlandish to support, right? So, for example, for right now, we'll do private string state equals string.empty. We'll go and initialize this. And then we'll go and do, what is this? Is this a double? Oh, it's a time span, even better. Private time span. Total time equals time span dot 0. Okay, so there's that. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, we'll go and do our favorite way to name variables that are private. So we'll go and do that. That should work out pretty well for us, I think. Eventually what we'll do is we'll define these as the enumeration base when we want to bring in the shared library as a dependency. Actually, no, you know what? Let's go and do that now, because it doesn't really hurt to do it. The omenden.shared, so we can go and do that. We can go drag this in. I accept. We'll come up here. Using the omenden.shared. Just kidding, we don't want to do that there. Rather, what we want to do now is add new folder. We'll do enumerations. And here we'll do states. And we'll do that. We'll do that. And we'll bring in using the omenden.shared.enumerations. And in here, we'll do implements enumeration base. Change that to a record. And we'll do that. And then we'll do a public static states play equals new one name of play. Pause. Whatever states are there. Okay. Playing. Playing. Paused. Paused. Fast. Forward. I'll do that. Rewind. Stopped. That's another good one. Let's go and take a look at state. State playing, stopped, pause. Okay, cool. So I'll go and get rid of these. And then what we'll do is we'll also come down here and we'll do a private markup string get current state icon. And here what we'll do, we'll take in a states state current state. And then we'll just do return switch current state. And then we'll do something like playing. New markup string. How the hell do you do switch case, right? Oh, it's this way. Return current state switch. How you do this? Switch. Point switch. Huh? Current state switch. Hmm. Okay. Cool. 1, 2. Good enough. And then we can come back up here. Grab that. Come back. Grab that. There we go. So that'll work. And that's pretty nifty. So now we have the ability to decide between the play and the pause buttons here. Cool. But is that going to be enough? All right. What else can we check here? What else can we do? Oh. The whole point here, again, is that we should be able to construct a component in such a fashion, all right, in such a way that when we build it, it creates a very similar rounded audio filter or rounded audio player with the play button that turns into a pause button after it's clicked. And then it has a stop button next to that, and then a fast forward and a rewind button. Or a rewind and then a fast forward button. And then the whole idea that also goes along with this is that it should be accessible by as many communities as possible. And it should also look good. You know, so that's why we're using a styling framework like, well, a CSS framework like Bootstrap. Not only because it's free, but because it just looks that damn good. So the other thing that we could do, of course, is instead of manually setting the row, we could set up, for example, a nav bar, right? Or some sort of nav that could actually work with this. And then we could give a bar behind it to give it that kind of a little bit more of a polished look, right? And we can make it a pill too. And this could actually work out pretty nicely. But, you know, whatever floats your boat. A nav bar might actually be it, right? Because then we get that nice consistent styling all throughout that we want to see. You can wrap a nav bar in a container to center it on a page. Yeah, we might want to do that. But we'll actually have to go and see how that actually works out. What is this off canvas? Oh, okay. Okay, that goes off to the side. Got it. Anyway, chat. So that's kind of the idea with this here. So now that we've abstracted away part of the bootstrap, or not part of the bootstrap, part of the button here, and we've taken it behind the scenes. Jin991, welcome on into the Omaden. Thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy your follower emotes, and I hope you don't mind me poorly explaining why I'm taking things behind the scenes like an absolute potato. But what we're trying to do here, chat, and a big idea, the big notion here, again, is that we're trying to generate a nice, sleek-looking audio component all on our own. And we still haven't even gotten to what this should actually look like. And that is, of course, going to be a bit more of a challenge because now the other things that we have to define are going to be, okay, so we have the button row beneath, right? But what is the actual player going to look like? Should we include timing? Should we include a progress bar? What does this look like, you know? What is our whole idea here? And is it great to put it in its own div, or should we put it in a card? You know, just make it a very simple card indeed. right? And then that way we can actually go and just render things out this way. You know, there's a lot of considerations that we have to put into effect here. And I think that the current way we're doing it is a great way to just get a small head start, and then the rest of the stylizing can come later. So now we should probably upload a spinner of some sort. I'm thinking info. And then what we can do here is if at audio sources and any, if they don't have anything, play a spinner. Otherwise, and trust you me, I do not like using the else keyword in really any context. That being said, I'm not dogmatic in my approach because this is the front end. We kind of need to do this, right? But the point here is that now there's at the very least a loading indicators indicating to a user or to a screen reader, hey, we're waiting for the sources to come through. You know, we're waiting to see if there's anything here. And if there isn't anything, you know, we just continue to play the loading sign until there's some other condition that breaks, probably a timeout that we'll have to go and set up and say, okay, if it's not loaded in this reasonable time frame for a file, or at least it hasn't started loading, show an error. Yeah. Now, moving back down here, right? What we have is this very interesting notion inside the column. We want to keep things nice and together. And so in order to do that, what we might need to do is implement a nav or some sort of underlying bar that we can just work with. But I think here what we want to do is let's just do BG, let's do BG dark. Okay, we'll make this a dark audio component in the background here. All right, and here we will also do BG dark just to keep it consistent. Outline, we won't do secondary for these. Let's just do info. Sure, that works. Okay, so now that we have that, and actually I'm just going to get rid of this one. And then we'll do at get current state icon, state dot what did we actually call it? State string dot empty. States dot we'll just do stop. Okay, go up here. States dot playing. So that should work. We'll come down here. States dot playing. States dot stop. That's a good one. Error. There we go. States.error. And then, of course, states.error. Hog. So that works. Nice. Then we come back up here. We see that we're successful in this endeavor. And then probably, let's see, what's something that we can do? We could always do a small little check here and do if string dot is null or white space, error message, small class equals text dash danger fs dash 6 at error message. So that could work out. So now, at the very least here, we'll have a very small print. Let's go back over here. Let's go and check out our text. So fs6, perfect. We can do fw light and then fst italic. Because we don't really need this to be relatively large. So that should work. Actually, since it's small, we don't really need the fs because that's already set. So this will work out nicely. That's cool. Okay, so now we've defined yet another column here, but have we actually defined how we want to really just go and approach our particular set of problems? And actually here, do div class equals flex column bg dark. There we go. Perfect. So now we have a second column. So as you can see, chat, it's actually not that hard to set up new components in Blazor. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass getting the CSS you want involved. That is, of course, something that I am completely just dropping the ball on, but I imagine that it's not going to be that hard to pick up when we actually come back to this, which shouldn't be too long from now I think about it. But really, again, we're just using some lightweight bootstrap to get things kicking off the ground. And then we're going to be just manipulating the rest of it. Now, here's the next thing that I am currently considering doing, right? Is maybe we just make it a couple item list group, right? And so one of the advantages to that is, of course, the smaller footprint on the screen, a little bit more of the rich contextual changes. We can have, of course, badges over here that actually indicate, you know, just when something's playing, pausing, etc., etc. But before we get into that, one of the things that I want to go and take a look at is, of course, the progress bar. I'm a little bit of an unfortunate person in the sense that I like progress bars. I think they're really neat. My only problem is that every time I go and put one in a particular, oh, I don't know, just div, it tends to not go very well. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean that it tends to, well, just not look that great. So we're going to keep this here temporarily. And as we do that, let's go and debate what should go in the middle here. Or what should go up top. I'm thinking that we should have a start time and an end time. Okay. And then we should just have the progress bar fill up in between the two of them. I think that's a pretty easy to implement solution, because it's really just a matter of just getting a couple of divs here and there, you know? And just like that around. Of course, make sure that it stays in line. That's going to be another thing, right? Is that we have inline flex up here, but this isn't really doing us a whole lot. In fact, what we want is probably just to make sure that it's inline underneath and we have enough space in between, but still when we shrink or grow to screen, that it still flies in flawlessly and looks incredibly nice. But yeah. Chat, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but we are supporting Girls Who Code as well as Mermaids. Mermaids is a charity in the United Kingdom dedicated to trans, non-binary, and gender-questioning youth. I highly recommend you go and check them out. It's a cause that's near and dear to my heart. It's part of the mission statement for the Omen Den. Trans rights are human rights. We must protect trans kids, and there's no such thing as the trans debate. There are just trans people who are trying to live. And you know what? If we can support them from the youth on, then maybe we can raise an really solid generation of kids who didn't have to go through the same struggles that many members do currently. And then, of course, we have Girls Who Code, which is an organization dedicated to getting STEM, well, really software and programming into the hands of our young girls, as well as, you know, anybody who just identifies or expresses themselves in a more femme way. Because it's important. It's important to have our software be able to cross gender identity, gender roles, etc., etc. Because if you go and you take a look at the average image of a software engineer, they, well, look more similar to me, you know. I'm not going to say completely like me, because typically the idea of a software engineer brings up like a nerdy cis white het man. And you know, it is a male-dominated industry, but it would be great to have not only just different perspectives, but different experiences to learn from and to code into. Not just from a UI perspective, but just from all the way down, from project management to just, you know, back-end coding, where you're actually going and touching the microcode on the hardware level. And that's also part of the Omen Den's charter, is to just make sure that software is accessible and the knowledge behind software is accessible to all who want to learn. And so that's part of the reason why I do streams like this, is because I love coding. It is a huge passion of mine, and I eventually want to be an educator when it comes to teaching coding, one way or another. Software architecture, software design as well, because those are art forms to me, and I'm really passionate about them. So yeah, those two charities are the charities that we're supporting. And of course, anything that you can do to help, one way or another, whether it's volunteering, spreading the message of them, or just, you know, even donating, that would be lovely. And that could really help change somebody's life. So, that's kind of my spiel on it. So, deal with it. Other things that we're going to try and consider here, of course, is, so now that we have this set up, right, we need to get some JavaScript involved. One of the JavaScript / TypeScript things, of course, is going to be the Bootstrap stuff. One of the other things is, of course, going to be the Howler.js, just so we have a local copy. It's only 7 kilobytes. I mean, it's really not that large. And that's actually really nifty. And then, of course, the C# Howler.js is pretty nice, too. I mean, look at this. So all we're doing, realistically, is we're just going through what we're doing. Sorry, my cat distracted me for a good moment there. What we're doing is we're just going through and changing exactly how we want to go and see our particular files being rendered into a more familiar and useful media player. So the other thing that we're going to try and do is we're going to just try and consolidate all of this into one nice, easy to digest, responsive element. But also, we want to just go and make sure that the element doesn't really do anything way too harsh on the UI. So here's the other thing too, right? We're going to have speed up, slow down, have a few other plays, and I know you can accomplish a lot with a video component, but you know, have video do video, have audio do audio, and if you really want to have them do both, I guess they can do both, but realistically, this is what we want. And maybe I should have done a direct fork off of Blazor Eyes here, but whatever. This will be something that we work on this week as part of a small project as we try and go and get the unit test runner out of the way, because the unit test runner is actually going to play sounds when all the unit tests have completed. Of course, they're going to be optional sounds, but they're going to be sounds nonetheless. So that's kind of the idea there. And the reason why I'm talking so much now is because we're pretty much, well, I hate to tell you the truth, chat, but we are 8 minutes from the end of our 15-hour stream. I know, we've been here a long time. It's been a great time. Thank you. So, in any case, yeah, this is what we're gonna have to start going to work with here. String that is null or white space. There's that. So if the string is null or white space, then if the string is not null or white space, there we go. So that'll work. We'll go and fill in the gaps as they come in, but realistically, this is for all intents and purposes, is a particularly simple component. We just have some nice styling to get behind. Actually, I might have to go and get rid of this in favor of just doing some custom CSS here.
Hello.
Oh, hello there. How are we doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Just vibing.
Good. How much longer do you have left? I thought you would be done by now. Oh, okay, you don't have a lot.
No, I have like 6 minutes left almost.
Yeah.
How was your nap?
I feel so much better.
There you go.
Ugh. I hate that my sleep schedule's so messed up, but you know. But,
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
that.
at least I'm sleeping.
That is good news. Sleeping is always good.
It is indeed.
Mm-hmm. I'm just over here making some really nice components to hopefully be used in another project, so
Okay.
that'll be really cool. I'll be very excited to actually have it work out for me in the end when it comes to just having some sort of audio player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Import rules are not supported. So I can't do that.
Have you eaten?
Have I eaten? Yes.
Good. I was about to yell at you if you haven't.
No, I made sure to eat earlier.
Okay, good. Then I won't yell at you.
Oh, I would hope not. Okay, let's go into the source repos, theomonden.com. CD www the omanden.com/www-root npm install npm install was it Twitter Bootstrap? But yeah, we're just vibing here, Shy. You know, just trying to get along.
I saw you was so boy, so I figured I would hop in, regardless of how much longer you were streaming.
I appreciate the company.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. What are we targeting with npm here? So let's go back to the install. Oh wait, we can do NuGet as well. Oh. I do libman. Using that. Okay, well that doesn't show up for me, so. Then I guess we gotta go and do this. What in the hell? The omanden.com, the omanden.com, www-root. I don't understand. npm install location equals local. Huh? Can I not add a client-side library to this? God damn it. I thought I could. But I also don't have the option to add a client-side reference, which is really strange, because I thought I'd get that option as well.
I wish I had some like ideas I could give, but I really don't.
It's all good. No worries here. What kind of... What in the hell do they use? God damn, this music been popping all night, though.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Later. Really care. So let's see here. We have this chat. We are going to be taking the last ad break of the night as we eclipse our 15-hour mark. And when we come back, we'll probably just go and raid out because I don't know how much longer I can actually continue. Well, more like I also don't know how much longer my camera can continue because it's already staring at me like it's hot. So, but chat, you can always go and give me a follow, or go and check out Girls Who Code or check out Mermaids. Highly recommend checking out either one of those. And you can also go and check out Glasswill's game. Glasswill is a cherished member of every community that he's in, especially this one. He's a good friend and a developer, and you should also go and check out the Tale of Greenbrier on Steam. All right, and we are back, chat, but we aren't back for very long. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight to the interim stream. And you know what? We've made a pretty solid list of accomplishments today. We've gotten a few things out of the way. We started getting some headway on our Entity Framework project. We updated most of our NuGet packages. We got some more work to do over there, of course. But we've managed to make some seriously good headway. And I'm incredibly proud. We've raised some money for Girls Who Code, which has been great. And you know what? Everybody who showed up, I appreciate you. And I appreciate you if you were lurking or, you know, you had something else to do. All good. I'm just really excited that I was able to do this today. And, you know, one of the big things, again, with software is the accessibility that I want to bring to just as many people as I can, because it's a very important cause. And that's why I really like coding. That's why I like coding streams. And I think that by, you know, getting a lot of this done and out of the way, not only does it help me get better at my job, but it hopefully helps me get better at, you know, just teaching the general principles of software engineering when I actually go out and do that, hopefully a little later. But really, chat, what we're going to do is we are going to go and raid out. Sorry, 15 hours with you has been a while. It's been a good while, but it has been a while indeed. So we're going to go and we're actually going to go and raid our friend Mega, because we love Mega. And the past few times I've tried raiding her. She's been unavailable because there's been something that's happened. So we're going to go and raid Mega's Arts. Chat, our raid message is the Comfy Caw raid. Of any sort of love, comfort, or blankies emotes that you might have, because we want to spread love, comfort, and pride wherever we go, and blankies. But the idea is that, you know what, go carry this with you, go use the raid message, and have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday wherever you are, or a wonderful weekend. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. I've been Alu from the Omen Den. I'll see you next time.